Well, I think as an individual, I just understand that I, have 3 games left that are guaranteed, and I'm just going to go out there and just try to enjoy my last 3 games wearing, the crimson helmet and crimson jersey, and just try to enjoy them the best I can. I think that's what I'm approaching as an individual, but I think as a team, I think we realize that we just got to play for a lot of pride. I mean, obviously, there's still a lot that we can accomplish within this season. Obviously, we won't have an opportunity at a national championship. But that's okay. I mean, this team still has a lot of character and a lot of pride, and I think everyone that's a member of this team is very proud to be a member of this team, so we're going to try to make the most of it.
When you say enjoyment, though, explain that, because I know that's fun, but people want to hear, they want to still have intensity, they want fire, so explain that.
Well, of course. I mean, the reason why we play the game is to have fun. I mean, that's why you start playing it, and long before you even understand what the intensity and the pain and suffering that football can bring about, you just play it because it's a fun game. So now of course we're going to have an intense approach. I mean, we want to win as bad as ever. I mean, I think that's unchanged, and our goals are unchanged from that point of view. But also kind of from an individual standpoint, I just want to soak it in, because I've had such an incredible time here, and just so much fun over the past 4.5 years, and Alabama has greatly impacted my life, and I just want to try to enjoy my last 3 games in Bryant-Denny as the best way I can, and but that won't at all change my intensity or my preparation towards each individual game.
Was it the lack of intensity or preparation? Is that what happened on Saturday, or can you put your finger on it?
Well, I think the intensity was good. I mean, I really, we had a good week of practice for the most part from an intensity standpoint. I think it was just lack of execution on both sides of the ball, and after we look at the film with the coaches, I mean, I've kind of watched it as an individual, but we haven't watched it as a team yet. So after looking at that, we should be able to decipher and put our finger on some of the problems. But there are things. That's the thing. I think we were talking last night, just a couple of the guys, just how much this game is about. Is a game of inches, and how just one step in this direction or that direction can change the entire outcome of a game. And unfortunately, we were on the losing end on Saturday, so it's disappointing. But I think that this team can definitely bounce back, and I think this team can be proud of what we accomplished if we continue to work and improve and do the best we can throughout the rest of the season.
Hey, Greg, I'm sorry. Right. Go ahead. Every team has leaders. Do some guys listen to the leaders more than others, and has that been at all an issue with some of the younger guys that you've seen on the team?
Well, of course. I mean, some people are more impacted by leadership. I think that's only natural. I think every individual is a little bit different when it comes to the way they respond to, say, a challenge, or the way they respond to what's said, or a goal or something along those lines. But as far as people's reaction to the leadership, I think it's been relatively good. I think. At times, I think, the leadership hasn't been as impactful as, say, it was last year, which is disappointing, obviously, being one of those leaders. It's something that we just need to do a better job of, and just trying to get through to people and realize how important these next 3 games are, and especially this week, starting with Mississippi State. And I think that's going to be a real key for the people that try to be leaders on this team. It's just to try to step up and make these games important, because they really, really are.
Can you talk about, I don't think it's any surprise that the losses have come on the road and at home. You guys are considered one of the nation's best at Bryant-Denny. Can you talk about that and the importance there and the comfort that it gives you to play there?
Well, I think there is a sense of comfort. I think, last year when I was making my first couple of road starts, I know I had a little bit of an uneasiness. You have that routine, you just kind of, you get into a comfort zone, and when you're at home, everything just kind of rolls the same. It just feels very natural. But when you're on the road, it's a little bit different. For a lot of the guys, that was their first trip to both South Carolina and LSU as well. So unfortunately, that's not really much of an excuse. We just have to roll with the punches and not let it affect us. So it does make a difference. It absolutely does. But I think that as far as our ability to overcome it, I think we should be better at this point in the season as far as the amount of starts everyone's made, and you know, I just don't think it was much of a factor. I think we just lost. We didn't execute as well.